Hi, it's Will from StormTheCastle.com, and I'm inside the Citadel in Cairo, a medieval fortress. It's very typical of the fortresses of the period, although this one has a definite Middle Eastern flair to it. But I can see the place of worship, also at least one set of exterior walls. There's probably two. So I will show you a little bit more about the inside of it. This is the Citadel in Cairo. And it's actually quite gorgeous. I'm inside one of the inner concentric rings. Now, typical fortresses and castles of that period used concentric rings as defense. You know, a wall inside another wall, which meant attackers had to break down various fortifications. And also outside of this, outside of the Citadel, there was a beautiful trebuchet on display. And I have pictures of that, and I have to show you that. But there's the mosque, of course, located, I don't believe it's directly in the center, but it's inside another concentric ring, which is quite beautiful. So, and there's a nice tower. Just a gorgeous example, a pretty big example. You know, there's no telling right now how old this trebuchet is. I'm sure it's not 14th century because of the metal grating there, the basket for the counterweights. But I'm going to try to do some research on this thing and see what I can dig up. And I would very much like to make some kind of a replica of it. So it would be kind of cool. I'm estimating the length of it to be about 18 feet. The base may be about 18 feet total. Same thing with the swing arm, might be about 18 feet. And a pretty simple setup there, but just kind of interesting how it's made. So I'm going to get closer to take a look at that. See, some of the architecture here is just wonderful. Just so typical. Well, of course they didn't do the mosques when they brought this this knowledge of building over to Europe, Great Britain, France, etc. They didn't bring the mosques, but they did bring a lot of the architecture, a lot of the building with stone. It's very typical. But during the Crusades, that's what happened, is they learned how to do this during the Crusades, and they brought this information over. Look at that unusual style of battlements. You know, this for archers. Of course, the tower, and a significant round shape there of the wall, normally in corners. So it was, you know, so it was stuff like this that the Crusaders learned about and took back with them to Europe, Great Britain, and France, and learned a lot of things about how to build medieval fortresses from this kind of stuff. So the Persians and the Middle Easterners had done a lot had already done a lot, and the Europeans learned from that on castle building. So I'm going to go inside some more and show you some more. This is the inside of the mosque at the Citadel.
Concept of fasting.
Of course, they make you take your shoes off.
Yes, the children, we train them to fast by the age of 7, like a couple of hours, the day next 3 hours, and then by the age of 10, they can fast all day. And the children, if we even try to prevent them to stop or to take it slow and easy, themselves.
I'm inside the mosque proper at the Citadel, and this is where I've made my contact. I'll tell you more about it. I've opened up a critical piece in the puzzle of Ichabod Oddman, and I'm going to be moving on to the next question. I've met with my contact, and he's given me some information, and I'm moving forward. I unfortunately can't videotape him. He requests anonymity. And I'm moving forward, and I'll try to fill you in on some more of this.